We've had a lot of, how do I say this? Mentally deficient esports organizations in Counter-Strike. Teams with way too much money, but unfortunately, no brain power. What comes to mind here? Evil geniuses, Falcons, VP. I guess VP is a little more recent with the bad moves. They have had success, but you get the point. And now, oh boy, we have another one. Bertram Clyde Gaming, or for short, BC. Another one of these orgs that just has millions and millions of dollars to spend. And, well, similar to their teams I've talked about, millions and millions of dollars that are just completely being lit on fire.
Hello guys, it's me, Garmour. The first time you've ever seen me in person before. If you guys would like to support me or the stuff that I do here, check out the new long-term sponsor of the Garmour YouTube channel, SkinSwap. SkinSwap is the #1 place to trade your Rust or Counter-Strike skins for new ones where you can instantly upgrade your inventory. And if you use my code Garmour, you can get up to $50 on a free skin and a 3% lifetime selling bonus. And now you can easily buy skins off of the Chinese marketplace for cheaper prices than you ever could on the Western marketplaces. I truly think this is the best feature on any skin trading website, but if you are looking to sell, you can sell your skins for crypto, PayPal, Venmo, and a bunch of other withdrawal methods. Along with this, SkinSwap has a vault system now, which makes it the most rewarding skin trading website. And of course, don't forget the giveaways. And I think that's it. Thank you to them, thank you to you guys, and back to the video.
In Tier 2 Counter-Strike, there are a ton of different teams that are subsidiaries of gambling companies, online casinos. And Bertram Clyde Gaming is of course one of these, who decided to enter the game first in 2024. They started their team off by signing an absolute legend within the scene, Guardian. They then decided to build a Tier 2 super team with Israeli sniper Anarkez, Joel, Cock Needles, Prime Taps, and Lekro. Now this first iteration of Bertram Clyde Gaming wasn't the best. Some might even consider them not good at all. Some might even consider them horrible. Now this first iteration of Bertram Clyde Gaming was a normal Tier 3 team. They didn't really do much, but they did win a Tier 2 event, Batera Vibe City 2024, where the team's star rifler Joel would post a 2.02 rating over the event. A 2.02 rating. Are you serious? That's pretty good. 2.02. This tournament ended on August 4th, 2024. And then on that very same day when Bertram Clyde was playing in their CCT match, Joel would receive an Acros anti-cheat ban because he was cheating, where the anti-cheat would flag Joel and BC Game would then of course be disqualified from the event. And well, this all happened quite literally a month after they signed their roster. So good start into the scene, Bertram Clyde. The organization then tweaked out for the next few months, benching players, signing players, eventually signing Jacob. Guardian came out of retirement for a while and decided he was gonna wipe off some of the dust, you know, bring the Cadillac out of the garage, but that didn't last long either. While he was opting for the team, he posted a 0.96 rating, but we gotta give him a break too. He's fucking 47 years old trying to op in Tier 2 against little 16-year-old crackheads. What do you expect? And then the last thing BC Game would do in 2024 is part ways with their Israeli sniper Anarkez. BC Game would then end 2024 with a roster of Prime Tabs, Lekro, Guardian, Cock Needles, and Jacob. And you might be saying, wow, what a wild, wacky first year for Bertram Clyde Gaming. Oh my goodness. That keeps getting worse. It just keeps getting worse. In January of 2025, they would bench Guardian, and he would officially retire from competitive play once again in March 4th. And Bertram Clyde would slowly start to shift away from the team they had and kind of pick up the old pieces of the Bleed roster, which is an entire story in itself, and pick up Knock, Nexa, and Cypher. But right when the team was starting to look maybe a little exciting, we would get hit with the Jacob news. Yeah, in 2024, it was Joel getting banned and Guardian coming out of retirement, and in 2025, it is Jacob getting exposed for scamming people out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Anyways, Bertram Clyde Gaming would go on to eventually make a statement about Jacob, saying that of course he is going to be benched, and that they've mutually agreed it's best for Jacob to take a step back from the active lineup. Yeah, I think at some point, it was also said that Bertram Clyde was going to help Jacob pay back all of his scamming victims. To where if you guys don't know the whole situation, I'm sure you're at least somewhat familiar with it. Jacob has been a professional Counter-Strike player for a decade at this point, and it got leaked that he continuously borrowed skins from skin lenders and then gambled them away and just simply never paid them back. And he had done this to a fuck ton of people over the years, and I think it was said he scammed people out of, like, I don't know, $300,000. So not good, some would say. Anyway, some more bullshit goes on. Knock is benched, Cypher goes to Fnatic, and then on July 28th of 2025, Bertram Clyde decided enough of this tier 2 mahogany, this tier 2 mumbo jumbo. We are picking up the GOAT of CSGO, one of the greatest players in Counter-Strike history, Simple. This is the team that Simple decided to go to after standing in for FaZe at Austin. After being one of the most fun, coolest storylines there, he joins Bertram Clyde Gaming. Now, there were rumors that he was getting paid over 120K a month, but Simple made sure I knew that that wasn't true after ratioing me on Twitter. What can you do, guys? This was finally freaking it for Bertram Clyde. They were finally about to be relevant for something other than someone getting outed for scamming or someone getting banned for cheating. This time, the dawn of Simple would be on Bertram Clyde Gaming. See, when this happened, people were incredibly excited because was Simple going back down to tier 2? Yes, it did kind of stink, but overall, it was just exciting to see Simple back playing Counter-Strike because the streets move for Simple. They always have. And personally, I actually think this was a genius move for Bertram Clyde Gaming because I personally don't see any downsides to it. Even if Simple is a little washed, he can train in tier 2. Kind of like when Naruto went to Frogland to learn, what the fuck did he learn? It's kind of like when Naruto went to Frogland to learn Sage Mode. That's what Simple was doing in Tier 2. He had to unlock his full abilities, his full power. And well, we would first see Simple at Extort the Proving Ground Season 3, where he would post a 1.23 rating looking very good, and Bertram Clyde would lose in the finals to BetBoom. The team now was Simple, Nexa, Cockneedles, Prime Taps, and Ondu. And I mean, for the most part, it was a pretty decent showing for Simple and the boys. After this, Simple would continue to fucking dominate in Tier 2, putting up numbers like these against Tier 2 teams, and beating Amcall 13-8 and 13-5, and posting a 1.46 rating. Our boy would tweet out, "Boring games lately, waiting for real opponent to humble me." What a fucking Chad. After tweeting that, he then unfortunately went on to get blown out by Alliance and Ruby, posting a 0.92 rating and a 0.98 rating, going negative in both. There's some sort of lesson to be learned here, but I'll let you guys think on that. Anyway, so far the Simple saga in Bertram Clyde looked to be going pretty well for Simple, as I mean, he was absolutely proving that he still had juice left in the tank, and Bertram Clyde did end up winning ESL Challenger League Season 50 Europe Cup 2, but they weren't really looking like they were getting any closer to Tier 1. So eventually in October, Bertram Clyde would acquire benched IGL Electronic from VP. Well, former IGL. He wasn't going to be IGLing on Bertram Clyde because we have all seen enough of that.
Second round, here's the
Isn't this cute, guys? The GOATs of Na'Vi are finally back together on Bertram Clyde Gaming of all teams. And while they both might be slightly uncle-y, they're still both younger than 30. Anyway, Simple would end 2025 on PC Game with a 1.2 rating, and Electronic a 1.08. This is when Bertram Clyde decided that enough was enough. They were ready to whip out the big bucks. Nexa, Cockneedles, Ondu, the whole team besides Simple and Electronic, gone. Bertram Clyde Gaming would start 2026 as the number 22 ranked VRS team in the world, absolutely within the major invite range. And they did this by signing the core of SAW. Muterus, Aragorn, Crazy, welcome to Bertram Clyde Gaming, fellas. And to follow all this up, they would also sign Taz as their head coach. At first glance, this team looks evil. You know, Simple and Electronic with a fully Portuguese team, and then Polish legend Taz, who got criticized a ton on G2 when he was their head coach. Is this team really gonna work? It looks a little funny. But let me tell you what, guys. Shit wasn't funny when they played. They fucking stunk. There's nothing funny about it. IEM Rio qualifier, they lose 1-2 to Nemesis. They go to Krakow. Actually, before I get into Krakow, do this. The team stats at the IEM Rio close qualifier. Not looking good. Here's Simple. Here's everyone else. They go to Krakow, where in their defense, they actually make it through stage 1, beating Legacy and NIP to make the next stage. And the Simple Electronic duo kind of looks back. Simple has a 119, Electronic a 118. And while BC Game could have totally left this event with a positive feeling. They actually had a pretty good showing. And sure, in stage 2, they lose to Vitality and FaZe, but like, what really were you expecting? I thought it was a pretty good showing, but that's not what came out of this event. What instead came out of this event is, oh my god, Simple wants to murder everyone on his team. Is there a single motherfucker on this team that's even enjoying playing right now?
For the captain of BC Game, and begrudging congratulations here.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
I don't want to say the vibes seem atrocious. But let's talk about it.
The next event they play is a qualifier for Blast Open Rotterdam 2026, where they unfortunately lose to Gamer Legion in the semis and do not qualify. They then play in a C-tier event, Parkin Challenger Championship number 1, where they lose to Ill Will 02. They then play at a Tier 2 LAN, HyperX Roman Imperium Cup, and get absolutely flattened. The only win they had was a forfeit win. They lost 5-13 against Alliance, 10-13 against Nexus, and 11-13 against OG. They then also play PGL Bucharest, where they lose to Mongols, MIBR, beat Voka 2-1, and then lose 0-2 to Focus. They then bomb out of that event 1-3, and I'm gonna be honest, fellas, I think this new BC game may have literally been worse than the one before it. This is also when you consider the entire reason Bertram Clyde Gaming bought this core was for VRS points. The rumors, I don't want to say for certain because I'm not trying to get ratioed in the comments again. The rumored amount that Bertram Clyde spent on this saw core was $2.5 million. $2.5 million. When they first bought it, they were the number 22 ranked team in the world. As of today, as of this second of me making this video, they are ranked number 77 in the world rankings. This is lower ranked than the roster with Jacob, Nexa, Nox, Cypher, and Prime Taps by a fucking long shot. That roster was ranked number 24. The Simple, Nexa, Cock Needles onto Prime Taps roster was ranked number 47 when Simple first signed to Bertram Clyde Gaming and their points got dropped because of it. The roster was Simple, Nexa, Cock Needles onto, and Prime Taps started at number 71 ranked VRS. This is one of the lowest ranked iterations of Bertram Clyde Gaming we have ever seen. $2.5 million quite literally lit on fire. Literally, there was no purpose. Initially, when they made the move, I thought maybe they'll sign this core to have the VRS rankings and just replace the players as quickly as possible. But they actually did give them a full season to lose all of their VRS points before they did anything. So, props to them. And well, from a lot of the rumors that we've heard, Bertram Clyde Gaming is not shy about spending money at all. Here's a couple of the rumors that we've heard. In April of 2026, their CEO directly approached Spirit and tried to buy out Donk, with rumors saying that he offered to pay them $5 million. Donk responded to this saying that he didn't even take it seriously, saying in the interview that there is no chance. Along with this, Spirit just wasn't interested in selling him. It sounds like at some point the organization also targeted Perfecto, but he instead chose to join Virtus Pro, which is, that is tough. They really did just want to make the old Navi core, and Buddy chose VP. You've got Bertram Clyde Gaming or VP. Just retire at that point. I'm sorry, bro. It was also rumored that they offered $8 million to another team who wasn't saw in the top 30.
One of these teams that I have right here, we offered to buy for over $8 million. More than $8 million, one of these teams. That's a good league, Cypher. Then you can do the math, you can figure it out. But one of these teams got offered $8 million. $8 million.
And got refused by all of them, with I think players on Astralis saying they personally declined because they didn't want to play with Simple. Yeah, BC Game wanted to buy Astralis core, but the players said they didn't want to play with Simple and Electronic. Valid as fuck. Look at where Astralis is now. I get it, bro. $2.5 million is a lot of money, don't get me wrong. But the fact that it could have been maybe $8 million that they lit on fire is insane, man. Like, they're quite literally are spending money like Falcons. They're like Falcons' little brother at the end of the day, just worse in every single way. And well, all of this leads up to where we are today, where I just saw one of the most cursed images I will ever see in my entire life. BC Game will play IEM Atlanta and CS Asia Championship with Simple, Electronic, Crazy, Senzu, Skrunk, and Coach Taz. What the fuck am I looking at? You heard that properly, fellas. Senzu has been loaned to Bertram Clyde Gaming after his stint in Passion UA has come to an end. Passion UA experiment, it was a cool month while it lasted, fellas. But well, our boy Senzu, he's on to browner pastures now. Don't you guys worry. I feel so like, I mean, dude, Senzu is getting just passed around like crazy, man. He's getting passed around like the town bicycle. Getting passed around like a blunt. I mean, oh my Jesus. Can we please just like do anything else, bro? Anything else? We're just making moves for the vibes at this point. We ain't putting any thought into any of this. I so deeply want Senzu to just go back to Mongols, and I so deeply just want BC Game to field a serious team, because what the fuck are these teams that I'm looking at, man? Like, this isn't a serious roster. Their analyst is Scrunk. Scrunk is an analyst. He's been retired for almost a year at this point, and I get like a year isn't that long. I mean, it kind of is for CS standards. He's not going to be in the team permanently, but I can't, bro. The image of this roster is cursed as fuck. I just think Bertram Clyde jumped in here, and I mean, listen, they clearly have the money. You know, the gambling organizations have pockets. You know, it just seems to me that, like, I don't know exactly how much money they have. I know gambling orgs have a lot of money, but Bertram Clyde is tossing money out there. It's literally like they're challenging Falcons with how they are just throwing money out and lighting it on fire. It is genuinely unbelievable. Falcons, Bertram Clyde Gaming, they are one and the same, and I just I cannot believe the stuff I'm seeing in the scene. That's it from me, fellas. If you got anything to say about Bertram Clyde, let me know down below. Liking the video, subscribing if you want to subscribe, turn on notifications if you want to turn on notifications. That's all I got, bro. I said my piece. I'll see you guys later.